All right, it is 7:16 now. This summer, lots of folks, young folks in particular, will be hitting the pavement looking for summer jobs, but the latest numbers suggest more than 44% of them between the ages of 16 and 19 will not be able to find work. How can you stand out from the crowd? Well, guess what? Karen Hines has some answers in her book, A Young Adult's Guide to the Global Workplace, and she is here to explain the power of being different while learning the rules of the game. So let's start with why you decided to write this book. By the way, you're from St. Vincent, an island I've never heard of.
Yeah, it's a beautiful island in the Caribbean. It's southern Caribbean, so you're looking at next to Barbados, and it's one of the best places in this world right now.
Especially in wintertime, I would think.
Especially in the wintertime, yes.
We talked about how much of a summer guy. I love warm weather. So why the book? Why was the need for it?
When I graduated from college, I realized I had no clue. I had a great degree, but had no clue how to survive in the workplace. And I had a job where I was told, teach students how to do that. So I had to learn, so I figured, why not do that? So 14 years later, I'm still doing it.
Okay, now, and you're a consultant?
I'm a consultant, yes.
Okay, and your book is a step-by-step guide, a practical guide for young adults. What do you tell them?
I tell them, tip number one, write a good resume. Make sure you have a resume that does not have any errors, so you want to make sure you have good spelling, you have great grammar, and that you take the time to sell yourself. It's like a commercial, so make sure it's good.
Now, how do you, by the way, if you're young, let's say you're in high school or maybe just out of college, you might feel like you don't have anything on to put on your resume.
Volunteer opportunities can go on your resume. If you've been involved in sporting activities, that's a good thing. Talk about the classes that you've had, but it's important to put something. So you can't just sit around and go to school every day. Make sure that you're active in your community, because that goes a long way. Yeah,
especially I would think for young folks. So a good resume, that seems like a very logical idea. And it also says, this one's big because
it is huge.
The social media profile, because people put stuff on there and
they don't know what the impact. So clean up your social media profile. Clean up Facebook, clean up Twitter. There aren't any profanity, any questionable pictures of you partying the night before or other things that may be there. Because employers look at that. They search you, they Google you. So make sure it's a clean profile.
Yeah, it's not like, gosh, when I was getting out of college, we didn't have that kind of, we didn't have the internet.
Well, exactly, but it's dangerous now if you don't know how to use it effectively.
Yeah, and you were also talking about using multiple
search strategy. Yes. So you don't want to just say, I'm going to apply online, because that is only one way to find a job. So we want you to apply online. Get dressed up, go down to the local stores that may be hiring. That's another way to do it as well. But network. Talk to your friends and family. Let them know you're looking for a position. It's going to take time to actually find a position. Not only that, it's important to volunteer, because you may not have a job right now, but if someone sees that you are tenacious, that you're determined, that they can actually trust you with something as simple as a volunteer opportunity, it might turn into a paid opportunity. So be proactive.
Ambitious. That helps.
Ambitious.
Now, I heard the phrase cuteness factor.
Cuteness factor.
What's that about?
This is an opportunity for young people and those who are not so young anymore to learn how to shake hands, how to present themselves well, introduce others, make sure they know how to dress well, and even learn how to do formal dining. Because these are the things that's going to help a young person. When they meet an adult and they know how to shake a hand and present themselves well, they're thinking, oh, I want to help a young person. That's the cuteness factor. It runs out by our age, though. That's the only thing.
Oh, shoot. Darn.
Unfortunately, so they have to use that.
And real quickly, you also mentioned something about knowing your own strengths.
Yes, it's important, because when you're competing, you have to know what you're different about, what's different about you, what's distinct about you. It's the power you get when you're distinct, because you're going to sell yourself to someone and say, why am I different from Jeff? And why should you hire me over Jeff? And you have to be able to articulate that to someone in a very succinct manner.
Karen Hines, you are very good. And I'm very curious about this book. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
It's lovely having you.
Great.
And for more about this, of course, you can go to WTNH.com and click on Good Morning Connecticut. It's that easy. All about this book. Very curious to read more.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course.